Welcome to the Flathead Valley Real Estate Market Recap. Let's dive into February 2025's numbers. Residential, 588 active listings closed out the month with 105 new properties hitting the market. Buyer activity included 94 homes under contract and 96 sold with a median sale price of $627,000. 48 homes sold for under $600,000, 32 homes closed between $600,000 and $999,000, and 16 luxury homes over $1 million found new owners. Land, 397 parcels were available, offering buyers a shot at Montana's finest dirt. February saw 40 new listings, 31 under contract, and 19 happy buyers snagging their slice of big sky country. Commercial, 99 active listings at the month's end. 14 new properties entered the market, 7 deals are pending, while 3 owners celebrated successful sales. Status update, 14 residential properties withdrawn, 21 expired, and 29 canceled listings. And finally, 98 price reductions were administered in February. Cheers to wrapping up February with strong activity and moving one step closer to the spring market.
Well, folks, thank you so much. Ryan, thank you very much for those numbers.
You are very welcome.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime. And if you folks out there want to know more about those numbers, give Austin, myself, or Holly a call. We'd love to talk shop with you.
Yeah, excellent. So we got that out of the way. We always want to discuss those numbers, deliver them. I think one of the big things we want to talk about now is something that reigns true to something you've been focusing on as well, is basically development in the Flathead Valley. That's one thing we're going to be talking about. We're going to be delivering numbers over the past 10 years, some insights on what has been happening all over development, rise and fall, all that jazz. But we're also going to be focusing on Terry Homes because they have something new coming up, which is great. And Terry Homes Builders has been around for 30 plus years in the Flathead Valley and has always had the opportunity to try to offer really affordable homes at a good build quality. I mean, we could talk about some of that too because we had some buyers buy some of their properties.
Not just good builders too, like they're great people.
Yes.
Yeah. Really, they're a pleasure to work with.
I agree. Excellent. Let's see here. So since that interests you so much, let's just dive into it. I mean, let's just talk about some of those numbers. Yeah. We're going to be, real quick, we're going to be scrolling a little bit on this.
Yeah,
just because we got a cheat sheet.
We needed a cheat sheet. I got a lot of numbers, and I'm sorry I couldn't commit it all to memory.
Well, go. Perfect.
Development. The 2025, we all have goals. I kind of set out this year to tackle something that I don't know as much as others, and it interests me. I'm intrigued by the state of the world and what causes what, cause and effect on everything, and it's made its way into real estate. So I really wanted to kind of dive in and start to understand development here in the Valley and why it speeds up, why it slows down, what the challenges are for builders and such. But it's been a learning process.
Well, and truly, you've been pushing me a little bit more in that realm too. Yeah. Total eye-opening stuff in these reports. And thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Say, truly, it's been a nice little push to a new genre.
Yeah, well, it's we have goals as a team, right? And we want to work with developers and builders. We don't see it being what it is right now. We have big aspirations. So the next logical step is to work with developers. So I'd like to know as much about it as I possibly can. And so I've just kind of started there and been putting stuff out every month, and hopefully we'll continue to do more. But for this conversation today, I just kind of wanted to get a baseline and look at homes that had been built over the last 10 years here in the Flathead Valley. These are single family homes. I'm going to put a graph up on the screen here in a moment. But before we get into that, I want to talk about the numbers, the people that have moved to the Flathead Valley.
Funny.
Because
this one's actually funny.
We don't know. And I don't know if anybody knows, because I have heard everything from 50,000 to 1,000. It's all over the board. I still don't have the answer, so I'm not going to proclaim that I do. What I do have, Fidelity National Title, our friends over there, they were able to pull some stats from the DMV, so maybe this could be the most accurate. We don't know the numbers of people who are living in basements and stuff.
Yeah, I think this is what's accurate about this is actually people that got a new driver's license that actually are living in a new property.
Yeah.
So I agree. I remember being back in July of 2021. trying to go into a restaurant, and obviously there were staffing issues and stuff, but there was a line out the door, and the traffic in the valley at that time, and the people that I would just see literally on the side of the road on the river in their Sprinter vans, and just hearing all this stuff. People were saying, like you said, I didn't hear 50, I heard about like 28 to 35,000. I mean, like it was like tons of, like so many people there. So to actually see the real numbers of people that purchased, it's a lot more than normal.
Sure.
Right?
I mean, they're not small numbers, but you know, and the reason I want to give these numbers is because it makes sense when we look at the homes that were sold over the last 10 years, why we see these upticks around 2020 through 2023.
Yeah, of course.
But I'll try to circle back to why I'm sharing these a little bit more.
Okay.
But in 2020 to 2021, we saw 3,800 new people get licenses at the DMV in Flathead County.
Wow.
So that's a 3.5% increase. In 2021 to 2022, we saw 2,500, so a little bit of a dip, but it's still 2.47%. Like
Which is normal.
No,
that's more normal, or that's more than normal.
It's more than normal.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But it's like, still, it's a lot of people. It's not 35,000 though.
No,
it's
not.
So, and then in 2022 to 2023, it again dropped off. We're down to 1.6% increase. Over 1,700 people claimed a new Montana state license. I also claimed one in that area.
Yep.
I got number 716.
And see, the 22 to 2023, those numbers are more like on a baseline. Like what I've heard, and this might be, and this is not speculation, I've heard this from like, professionals, anywhere between 1 and 1.5% increase is really good and healthy for like a county or, microtropolis or a metropolis, right?
But a far cry, I think, from the 35,000s that we've heard. If somebody knows that and can share that, like with proof, I'd love to know just how much we grew.
Yes, DM us, please.
Yeah, please. But the actual, like, we're looking at new homes that were built. And I went back 10 years to 2015. And just in 2015, there was built and sold.
Okay.
Like, so they were new builds within that year and sold that year. Back in 2015, we were at 62. It rose to 82 in 2016, stayed pretty even in 2017 at 91. And then at 2018, we start to see it tick up, even before we had the pandemic and this mass exodus and reshuffling of folks. It's almost like they knew something was coming.
Yep.
So they jumped up to 101, and then in 2019, 124, and then 2020, 215. It nearly doubled.
So I want to comment on that. And I was thinking about this earlier when we were actually just discussing all this stuff. Obviously, lots of sales, right? But a lot of that inventory that might have been like, they were almost done building and then they had to fast track all that.
Sure.
Like there might have been some, existing inventory on there. So I'm not 100% sure if they were like built in 2020, but if we could find those numbers too, that'd be great.
It'd be a much longer show.
Yeah.
So I mean, you get to 2015, and then we start to see this slow trickle. So we're down to 201 in 2021, 133 in 2022.
That's a big difference.
Big difference. And 2023 is down to 96. Again, it's half of what it was when it popped there in 2020. But it's kind of leveled. 2024, we're at 94.
Yep.
So, like, I know it's only two, but like we are seeing things starting to come up.
Well, it's more in between that 2017, 2018. So that's more normalized in a lot of ways. Like, and maybe even with the growth we're seeing too, like that consistency of growth of the Flathead, there's going to be more homes that need to be built. So different than 2015 at 62. Now we're kind of more in that balancing act there.
Yep. But the point of this, I think I'm trying to make is like everyone wants to point to like that one definitive cause and effect, and usually folks will swing for interest rates and inflation. But it's not just that. It's a collection of all sorts of things that are happening. We've got tariffs happening. You've got world conflicts. The list goes on and on. But the one consistent message we get from all of our builders and developer friends that we've been talking to actively is uncertainty. That is why things are they're not being built. It's less about those other things, and it's more about like, is this a good decision for my company to start building these things?
Yep.
And I wish there was a silver bullet. I wish we knew exactly what was causing it. But I think it's a collection of several different things, and it's giving a lot of folks pause. But that's a silver lining to this is I went a step farther, and I was looking at Kalispell and the permits that they have from 2024. So a lot of these homes that filed for permits in 2023, they're going to have entitlements and they can build out a few years.
Exactly.
So like I can't say that 115 because the number is 115. In 2024, there was 115 single-family residents permitted to be built in Kalispell. I'm no mathematician, but that's more than what we saw actually close and sell in 2024. So like, hopefully in 2025, we're going to start seeing these homes come to market, and we're going to see more new homes. So there are some builders out there that are being aggressive with this and trying to work through it, or maybe build out of it.
Yeah, or they're seeing something that we're not necessarily seeing. Like, I mean, we actually got a quote from one of our favorite home builders too. And I'm just going to read it off because it was great. It was good information, and it kind of aligns with what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm going to read it right from here. So,
here's the proof.
Here, home builder sales ramp up when there's a stable market with predictable interest rates, consistent buyer demand, and reliable supply chains, as builders can confidently plan and execute projects. Conversely, sales slow down when there is market volatility, such as fluctuating interest rates, supply chain disruptions, or economic uncertainty, which increases risk, time to execute a project, and reduces consumer confidence. It's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, maybe that was common sense, but it's to hear it from the horse's mouth, and not just from one person.
Exactly.
We've had several of these conversations. It's just like, we don't know. I guess coming back to the crystal ball, we don't know.
No.
But either way, I feel good about it. I think it's going to be the next few months is going to really be telling.
It is.
And what these folks are going to be able to do. And I'm going to stay positive about it. It was nice to see that many building permits going out. They also had 17 townhouses that were permitted in 2024 and 8 duplexes. So there's a few other different things that are in the books.
Perfect.
So hopefully we start seeing those on market and they call us and we can sell those houses.
Well, hopefully we're going to have a chance to sell some houses with some people we're going to be working with.
I would like that.
Right? I mean, so I'm going back to Terry Helms.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to be bringing that up a lot. I actually had the privilege. It was funny. I was going by to just talk to Miles Terry, and we were just going to talk in the office. And he was just like, he's like, hey, you want to jump in the rig real quick? And you want to go see Mountain View? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I had 45 minutes. And so we jumped in his rig and went over to where they have Mountain View, which, I mean, we're going to talk about that a little bit more, but that is a huge phase development, right?
Yeah.
And they've been working dirt over there for a long time. But we did see ground being broken. Gosh, it must have been 6 months ago is when I kind of saw it. And went over there, and there are 2 beautiful townhomes there right now.
Yep.
And these are kind of their spec homes, but they're going to be for sale. Which is awesome. And I actually had the privilege of walking through both of them.
Nice.
Very nicely designed, awesome townhomes. They're 1,316 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1-car garages. And we'll talk about the floor plans in a little bit. But,
sure.
I know they're actually broke ground next to the other one. I saw that they were just like starting to pour foundation and stuff. So they're going to be starting to move and groove on these.
Yeah.
The thing that was nice to hear about with Terry Helms as a builder, and I thought it was less houses they'd sold this year, but they already sold 11.
Yeah.
In the first quarter.
Yeah.
And I think they're on track for that. Well, they have 13 now because there's 2 more that we're going to be discussing here in a little bit. But there's going to be a lot coming up in the spring.
There's at least that many.
At least that many.
Being built.
And this, like I said, we're focal point on Terry Helms a little bit right now because this is a little bit of a promotion in a lot of ways too, right?
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, like, you owe it to yourself to really go check it out. It's going to be an incredible build out there. It's a 10-year project. They've got 407 homes that they hope to complete throughout that period, hopefully sooner than later, because there's a lot of folks looking for homes, for affordable homes. They've got 225 single-family homes that are going to be in there. They have 92 townhomes, 74 duplexes, and I think 16 cottages.
Which the cottages are super cute.
Yeah.
Those are like right in the middle of it too, because we got to see the preliminary map, which has changed, but they're going to be getting finalized stuff on that.
Yeah, so like just seeing that starting to come together and kind of beautifying that side of the bypass. It's super close to downtown, quick access to everything. And also too, like all the shared spaces in there. There's like a designated park area, there's walking paths. Like, it's going to be a really nice community. And also like great views.
Yeah. Well,
like, I was shocked when you get up there, like, oh my gosh, you see everything.
I think I had heard too, Miles was talking about, I mean, obviously we have the access from Foy's Lake Road, but they are going to be making another access on the Highway 2 at some point, is what I had heard. I think they're still getting some approval on that. That actually has to do with impact on the community, right? So how many school buses are going to be able to go out Foy's Lake Road? Probably not a lot.
I just want the bike path. We need to get the bike path to somehow get out that way to that community and then get up to Foy's Lake so we can connect Heron Park.
Ooh, that would be beautiful.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, well, someday.
Someday.
I mean, hopefully we're going to be living here long enough to see all kinds of cool stuff. I mean, getting just access to the outdoors in general. I mean, we love being outdoors.
Yeah.
It's like probably my favorite thing in the whole world. So that actually is a segue too into the fact that Terry Homes is having a grand opening.
They are.
And we're kind of launching this ahead of time to try to get that word out there as much as possible. March 18th is going to be the Mountain View open house. And we found out just last night, actually, that they're going to be showing the homes all day.
Yeah.
But they're actually having a kind of a party, a little shindig. I think there's going to be some drinks and some food on the 18th from 5 to 7 p.m. And the Hidden Homes Montana team is going to be there. We're also, I'm going to bring this up. We're going to be giving away something.
All right.
We got a little Blink Outdoor 4 security cameras for your outdoors.
They should hire you, right? Because you have one of those at your house, don't you?
I do, actually. I do. Well, the thing I like about this one, and the guy at Best Buy told me about, was that it actually doesn't require a subscription. And that's why I like it so much, is because it's like anyone can really use it from your phone. It's a $250 value, and we're going to be giving that away.
Who approved that?
Me? I just went there and
you
did
are
it.
the boss.
I know, exactly. But the thing is, like, come and see us. Direct message us on this. We also have a big database we're going to be sending out an invite to. But yeah, you can come win this that night if you come and check it out, and we'll put your name in a drawing, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, great.
Sound good?
Yeah, and also you sports fans, let's not forget the two townhouses that you're going to be able to preview. They creatively named them the Grizzly and the Bobcat. So choose wisely. I know which one I will be choosing. But yeah, they're really nice homes. I'm excited to see them again and share this with everybody who joins us.
Yep. No, I agree. And the thing is, Terry Homes, like I said, 30 plus years building in the Flathead Valley. They also don't just have Mountain View. Mountain View is the newest development they are a part of. They also have the benches in Columbia Falls, which I think most of those lots are sold. And
That place
I believe
is awesome.
The place, the views are killer.
Yep.
It's right by the river. I love that place.
I really do too.
That one's almost completed. They also have Eagle Valley Ranch, which is up behind the Ford dealership off of Highway 93 North. And the new Costco's going over there. There's a lot of commercial stuff. Ryan actually talked about that in his last video content, I think.
There's a bunch of development happening there. I still don't know exactly where everything's going, but there's a lot coming there. And you've helped folks, and I've helped folks buy homes in there already.
Yeah, Eagle Valley Ranch.
Yeah, and like it's a great like start. Like it's a great neighborhood, and like that's going to grow with everything that's going around it. And I see that in 10, 15 years when these folks step up or step laterally, like there's going to be a whole new slew of people, because we are going to grow. It's inevitable. And like those are going to be great like jump off points for folks that are moving here from maybe a bigger market, and they want something of a newer build. They don't want one of these classic East Side homes. Having something that's only 10 years old and have close proximity to everything, and the neighborhoods are fully developed out. Like, so getting in over there too, it's an awesome neighborhood, and I think it'll do folks really well, 10 years down the road.
Well, and they also, I was going to not forget, they have a Hidden Buck down in the Evergreen area.
Holly sold one in there.
Holly sold one in there. I've had a lot of showings down there, and our friends from Remax Glacier Country have been involved in selling that.
Yeah,
and they've done a great job. They've done a really good job. They've been
Yep.
selling the junk out of that. And those are great houses too. I mean, those townhouses are going on, 405 to 420, depending upon like the different builds plans. So, I mean, Terry Homes is trying to make an affordable build and something that doesn't seem affordable because of all this other stuff that's been going on in the world. And I do appreciate that about them.
Absolutely.
Right. Oh, and the other thing too, I was going to talk about with Terry Homes, they're offering a really incredible rate buy down program.
Yeah.
I don't want to give the interest rate exactly. I know it's somewhere between like the 4.6 and like 5.2 range, which I don't know if you guys heard about interest rates, but I haven't seen one like that.
No.
And that's a special product that I know that they actually had to invest in, and that's something else they're doing for the community. And I know that the buyer that Holly had actually was able to use that, and that's the only way they could get into a home. So we don't know if it's going to be used for, or they're going to be able to do it for Mountain View. They might be able to. That's something that they would love to do. It's a hard product to actually purchase.
But they can still, are they using Eagle Valley Ranch as those?
Eagle Valley.
Buck?
I think it was just Hidden Buck right now.
Okay, cool.
But Miles, you can quote me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, check it out. I stand behind those homes. I have clients in there that are super happy. They're loving seeing it come together. The location's great. You're halfway between Whitefish and Kalispell. You're super close to all the stores, and if your kiddos are going to Kalispell High School, it's right there. It's a really cool spot. It's going to be really exciting to see all the valley grow.
Yeah, exactly. And more development to come. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, this is a passion project of Ryan's. It's turning into one of mine as well. I'm glad we could sit here and talk about this, what's going on. Once again, March 18th.
We'll be there.
No matter what, come from 5 to 7 because you're going to be able to get some booze probably and a little bit of snacks, but
Might have
drink
one or two.
responsibly. And of course, one last time, the Blink Outdoor 4.
Nice. Don't forget that.
Like us,
Subscribe, all the things.
DM it, give us an email, send us a phone call, all the good stuff.
I like it.
Right? Hey Ryan, thanks.
Well, thank you. What are we going to do next time? Nah, don't answer that.
I'm not going to answer that yet, but
We don't know.
hey, thank you so much,
Thanks,
everyone.
guys.
Have
Be
a good
good.
one. Bye for now.
Bye.